I'm so sorry for not posting in like 3 weeks. Mainly just because I kind of didn't know to post. I do, however, have an idea. Just let me know in the comments what y'all would think about this. But I have recently started obsessing over Carl Grimes from The Walking Dead, and I wanted to know if you guys would be okay with me posting some things about him. Obviously, it's probably not going to take over my whole channel, considering you guys love Daisuke. Um, so sorry if I'm whispering. I don't want my mother hearing, because it's going to be very awkward explaining that I have an ASMR channel. Also, I got sick, and I got braces like 2 weeks ago. So, I know my teeth feel kind of weird. I mean, like, not weird, I got used to them, but I'm just saying, because there's a mirror in front of me right now, and then whenever I speak, like, it always shows my top row, so I always see them. I don't know, it's just kind of, it's, anyways, this is a Daisuke X reader. Anyways, this is Fluff. I will obviously I always link the Wattpad Tumblr where I got it from in the description below. Um, I'll also be putting up a poll to see who you guys like want more of, like not more of, but like which characters you would also like to see like pop up on the channel. I also take requests. I don't really care if I don't know them or not. It's fine. Just request whoever you want to, and I'll do it. With that being said, let's continue. This one is called Lipstick Stains, and it's fluff only. It was one of those lazy afternoons where time seemed to drag, and the silence in Daisuke's room only added to the stillness. You were sprawled out on the edge of his bed, flipping through a magazine you'd found tucked away in the lounge earlier, while Daisuke sat cross-legged on the floor, fiddling with a small piece of machinery. You know, you said, glancing down at him, you're surprisingly quiet today. Everything okay? Daisuke looked up from his tinkering and gave you one of his trademark lopsided grins. Sorry, lopsided is such a funny word. What? I thought you liked me better when I wasn't talking your ear off. You smirked, tossing the magazine aside. That's true, but it's weird when you're this focused. Feels unnatural. He rolled his eyes. I'm trying to fix the stabilizer before Swansea breathes down my neck again. You could help me. You could help instead of judging me, you know. You dismissed him with an exaggerated wave of your hand, leaning back against the bed with a theatrical sigh. Nah, too much effort. And besides, I'm bored out of my mind. Daisuke snorted. You? Bored? Shocking. As he went back to his work, your eyes drifted down to your bag sitting on the floor nearby. Sorry. An idea popped into your head, and a sly grin spread across your face. Reaching into the bag, you pulled out a tube of red lipstick, twisting it open with a flourish. What are you doing? Daisuke asked, looking up just as you finished applying the bold color on your lips. Making life more interesting, you said with a mischievous glint in your eye. Before he could ask any more questions, you stood up, sauntered over to him, and without a word, swung a leg over his lap, settling down to straddle him. What are you? Daisuke stammered, his face instantly flushing a deep shade of crimson. His hands froze midair, unsure of what to do with them. You said I should help. You teased, leaning in closer. So here I am, helping in my own way. Sorry. Daisuke's wide eyes darted between your Oh my god. Daisuke's wide eyes darted between your face and the small gap between your bodies. Listener, This is highly inappropriate. I mean, I'm not complaining, but before you could finish, you pressed your lips to his cheek with an exaggerated smooch, leaving a bright red mark. That's so silly. Oh god, I'm not even halfway through this. Okay. Relax, Daisuke, you said, pulling back with a laugh. It's just lipstick. He blinked, still processing what had just happened. As you peppered his face with more kisses, his jawline, his other cheek, and even the corner of his mouth. Stop. Wait. Okay. Don't stop. But what are you doing? Making you look fabulous. You said with a grin, planting one more kiss at the base of his neck for good measure. I'm sorry. His hand finally found their way to your waist, not stopping you, but seemingly out of instinct. I can read. You're gonna regret this, he muttered, his voice low and strained. Oh, am I? You challenged, leaning in until your lips hovered just above his. Over his. Sorry. I'm sorry. The way my computer's arranged is kind of goofy, so I have the bigger tab at the left side of my screen. Like there's a bigger tab opened, and I have another tab which is kind of like a paused because I'm watching The Walking Dead on the other one of my other tabs of my computers, and it's just kind of very small, so I'm just kind of staring at it sometimes. Um, yeah. Anyways, where was I? Wait. Oh, the tension in the room thickened for a moment. The world seemed to fade away as your lips met his. The kiss was soft at first, hesitant, before deepening into something more. His grip on your waist tightened as he kissed you back. Oh my god, the mixture of eagerness and disbelief in every moment. But just as quickly as it started, you pulled back, leaving him breathless and dazed. And that's enough excitement for one day, you teased, topping off his legs and grabbing your bag. Wait, what? You're just leaving? He exclaimed, his voice cracking slightly as he reached out for you. Yep, you said with a wink. Have fun explaining this to Swansea. Explain what? He stopped mid-sentence when he caught his reflection in a nearby mirror. His face was absolutely covered in lipstick stains. Guys, at least he looks fabulous. As if he didn't already. Anyways. Before he could even think of a comeback, his communicator buzzed, and Swansea's voice came through loud and clear. Daisuke, where are you? Get to the utility room. We've got a leak. Daisuke groaned, throwing his head back. You gotta be kidding me. A few minutes later, Daisuke reluctantly shuffled into the utility room, trying to keep his face angled away from Swansea. What took you so long? Swansea grumbled, not even looking up from the control panel. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Daisuke mumbled. Swansea finally looked up, his eyes narrowing at his gaze and as his gaze landed on Daisuke. His eyebrows furrowed deeply, a mix of confusion and disbelief starting across his face. What in the world is all over your face? Is that lipstick? Or however you young gals call it? Oh, sorry. Oh my god. Daisuke's eyes widened as he quickly rubbed his face, only managing to smear the stains further. I can explain. Save it, Swansea said with a shake of his head. Just get to work. Whatever you're doing, I don't want to know. As Daisuke begrudgingly got to work, your laughter echoed in his head, and he couldn't help but smile, even as his cheeks burned red. Sorry. Swansea shook his head, muttering something about these kids these days. Before turning his attention back to his own work. As Daisuke thought, he'd managed to regain some semblance of composure. The door to the utility room slid open, and Anya strolled in, a clipboard in hand. Hey Swansea, have you seen Curly? I need him to. Her sentence was Her sentence died midair as her eyes landed on Daisuke. She froze, her expression morphing into from confusion to alarm. Holy, Daisuke, are you having an allergic reaction? Why are the red spots plastered all over your face? Daisuke groaned inwardly, slapping a hand over his cheek as if that could somehow make the evidence disappear. I'm fine, Anya. I'm fine, Anya. It's not a rash. Then what is it? She asked, stepping closer to inspect him. Her eyes narrowed, and then suddenly a realization dawned on her face. Wait a second. Is that lipstick? Daisuke's cheeks burned brighter than the stains on his face. No, I mean, yes, but not like that. It's not what you think. Anya's brow shot up. Oh, really? Because it looks like someone made out with your face. From behind, oh, I thought somebody else was gonna walk in. From behind them, Swansea let out a loud sigh, clearly exasperated. Can we all focus on the actual problem here, or do you want me to call a shipwide meeting about Daisuke's beauty routine? Daisuke's mortification deepened as Anya burst into laughter, clutching her clipboard like it was the only thing keeping her upright. Don't worry, Swansea, she said between giggles. I think Daisuke's got it handled. As Anya left the room, still laughing, Daisuke groaned, burying his face in his hand. I'm never gonna live this down. By the time Daisuke finally entered his room, the lipstick was mostly gone, though faint smudges still lingered around his jawline. He collapsed into his bed with a heavy sigh, staring up at the ceiling. Moments later, his communicator buzzed, and your name lit up on the screen. Reluctantly, he answered. Have fun with Swansea? You teased, your voice practically dripping with amusement. You're evil, Daisuke replied, though there was no real bite to his words. Do you know what you've done? Anya thinks I've got a secret admirer, and Swansea thinks I've lost my mind. Sounds about right, he said, laughing softly. But hey, you looked great with the lipstick. Very edgy. Daisuke let out a dramatic sigh, covering his face with a pillow. You're the worst. And yet, you can't stay mad at me, you said smugly. There was a pause when Daisuke spoke again. His voice was quieter. You know, you could have just kissed me without all the theatrics. Really, we could have. Genuinely, sorry. Your laughter faltered. Sorry, I thought of pure vanilla cookie. Sorry. Okay. Your laughter faltered for a moment, replaced by a hint of nervousness. Oh, really? You didn't seem to mind the theatrics earlier. Okay, first of all, I did. He admitted, his cheeks heating up again. But next time, you could have just stick around after. Your voice softened, the teasing edge fading. Is that your way of asking for? Is that your way of asking for a round two? I can't tell if that's noise coming from the living room or the room in front of me. It's probably coming from my neighbor. Anyways, maybe, Daisuke muttered, his voice barely above a whisper. Alright, you said after a beat, your tone playfully but sincere. Next time, I'll stick around. But you might want to keep some makeup wipes in hand. Just in case. Daisuke chuckled despite himself. The way up today lifting slightly. Bet. Don't ever say that again, bae. Sorry. Okay. As the call ended, Daisuke let his communicator fall into the bed beside him, a small smile tugging at his lips. Maybe today hadn't been so bad after all. Okay. Thank you for listening. Again, I'm sorry for not. Again, I'm so sorry for not recording in like the longest flipping time ever. I will try and post a little bit more next week, maybe once, maybe twice, I don't know. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys would like to see some Carl Grimes on the channel. If not, that's okay. I'll probably still do it anyways, because, like, he's literally my husband. Anyways, yeah. Bye.